My name is Aditya Tevatia. I am a president of Indo-Canadian Socio-Economic Association and International Yoga Festival, Vancouver. I am proud to be here continuously third year. This is our third yogic gala dinner, and on 17th of June from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. we are going to celebrate yoga festival, yoga session, meditation, and all the things directly or indirectly associated with yoga and Ayurveda in UBC 6000 Student Recreational Center. You all are welcome.
Namaste. My name is Jeffrey Armstrong. Yoga is a way of life. That way of life is just as natural and just as ancient as the culture that it has come from. A country we now call India, that has existed for hundreds of thousands of years in its own historical record, and at least for the last 10,000 years. And the secret they learned was to live in harmony with each other and in harmony with nature, and to see the sacredness of all life. This is a very important lesson that we're now spreading throughout the world. It isn't really something you can join. It's not a religion, it's not a church, and it's not a private organization of any kind. It's a way of living respectfully with all living beings and trying to do the least amount of harm and the most amount of good to all of them. It's also a natural perspective because it's based on living with and connecting with all of the energies of nature, which are all seen as divine. So they're all coming from the single source from which everything comes, but it also allows us to adore that part of nature that we're most in love with at any given time. And that is why India is so diverse. That's why yoga has so many ways of practice that are never sectarian or pushy, and teaching it is never by conversion, it's done by conversation. So join us the next time you see some yogis. Come up and ask, why are you doing that? And what can I learn that would give me peace of mind, the ability to live beautifully on the planet, and pass a beautiful world on to my children. Namaste. This is an ancient mantra that is honoring Mother Earth and committing us to serving her. It's from the Atharva Veda. Om yasyam samudra bhuta sindurabo yasyam bandam prishtaya sambhavu yasyamidam jinvati prana deva sano bhumi kuru mehe dadatu vishvambara vasudani pratishta hiranyavaksha jagato niveshani. And what I'm saying is that the earth is our mother and is sacred, and that we should live on her and with her, in her service, and carefully leaving her beautifully for the next generation to enjoy. Thank you and namaste.
Hello, my name is Sean Goyle. I've lived in the city of Vancouver for the last 40 years. This particular yoga event is put on by the Indo-Canadian Socio-Economic Association. This is to commemorate and celebrate the International Day of Yoga as proclaimed by the United Nations. Every June 21st is the Day of Yoga, and this is I would say the most prominent event in the city of Vancouver which solely celebrates yoga. Yoga is a worldwide practice. It is in sync with vegetarianism, environmentalism, as well as animal rights. So humbly I would request all participants to actively support such noble causes. And I'm very, very proud to be sponsoring as well as supporting this particular event. So I'd like to congratulate once again the Indo-Canadian Socio-Economic Association for such a terrific event. Thank you.
Namaste, I'm Yogacharni Maitreyi and I run Arkaya Awareness Center. I train traditional yoga teachers. I'm part of the International Yoga Festival, where I will be teaching the traditional practices that include all the tools and all the principles in classical yoga. So for example, we have the jati, which are conscious rhythmic movements. We have the kriyas, which are actions for purification. We have the mudra, which is a mystic seal. We have mantra, which is a sacred vibration, and we have asana, which is a science of body language. So we have various tools like this when we look at things in its entirety and not take one aspect of yoga and compartmentalize it. So we're looking at all of it in the International Yoga Festival. I'll also be speaking about the principles in classical yoga. For example, we have the principle of viveka, or discernment, and vairagya, or detachment, where we have to step back from things to see the complete picture and not get too pulled away from our center. So that's also an important principle in the yogic system. So the classical pranayamas I teach are basically looking at an expansion of prana in the system. Most people translate pranayama as breathing exercise, but it's much more than that. It's an expansion of energy that's done by very precise tools that can be learned. Thank you. Namaste.